Good hello and welcome back to yet another installment of Wargaming Whenever, the most apathetic wargaming show on the thing. Um,
The thing,
the thing. We're on a Tuesday night because it's Wargaming Whenever, not Wargaming Wednesday. It's whenever I want it to be. As Zach found out today, he was like, "Why is it? You know it's Tuesday night." I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's intentional. I'm doing it just
I'm
to
just.
upset you."
I need to buy an iron.
He does need to buy an iron and then just all over the
Look,
face.
look at this shit. This is fucking pathetic.
Zach, it's not past the 3 minute mark yet. No swearing, thank you.
Je m'excuse.
Otherwise, YouTube will be very mean to us and Zuck will zuck us pretty hard.
This is known. The Regiment of Renown is called the Blessed Legion of Demonetized for a reason.
So yeah, tonight we got no Cal, because he's off being a bit of a past 3 minutes yet, not quite yet, so I can't say what I want to say. So we got Mitchell with us tonight. We also have Zachary, who's promising very hard not to be anti-Semitic.
I don't.
And we have Reese here in person, so that we can stop feeling bad about dunking on him behind his back. Even though it's public and on the internet, and he could watch it, and we wouldn't know
At any time.
Anytime, all the times we've done it. We're past 3 minutes now, so I can call you the git that you are, Zach.
Git.
No, I can't remember what I was going to say. In that last 30 seconds, I've forgotten. But look, let's start by checking in on the Montsrah IX campaign, as we played some games over the weekend. And Zach got very sad.
I did not have a particularly successful introduction to the Plague Fleet's endeavors on Montsrah IX.
Well, it did not go well for you at all.
It did not.
So we started out by the Necrons faced off against the Death Guard to try to recover some much needed materials. I don't know why the Death Guard wanted it. We needed it so that we could start resurrecting the Excavator himself. And the Necrons managed to grab it and murder so many Death Guard. And basically, it was very brutal.
However, the Cryptek did not quite enjoy watching these mindless zombies just tear his, lovely centipede apart. He was not a fan of that.
The Tomb Sentinel, Nominor's Folly, was Folius and fell both games, which was kind of funny. But he did his job very well and soaked up a lot of firepower.
I didn't shoot him once. I fed poxwalkers into him.
That's firepower, same thing.
He died to poxwalkers.
Look, the point is that Gauss Reapers, once they get in range, are very, very killy.
Yes. Unfortunately for me, I trusted a sorcerer, and you can never trust a sorcerer.
Never trust the sorcerer.
And my piece of shit playcaster did fuck all and then died. Ironically, I brought him mostly because of the meme. My most valuable player in both of my games has been my noxious fucking Blightbringer.
Which is hilarious.
Possibly one of the most useless characters in Warhammer, and definitely one of the most useless models in the book.
The entire week leading up to starting this campaign, Zach's been going on about how bad this unit is. I was like, why are you taking it? And it is the most
cool looking.
It did the most score in the whole game, which is very funny. You didn't take
killed the goddamned Overlord. He killed Anrikir the Traveler.
Look, this is true. But then you did not kill Nominor the Never-Resting, and once the Death Guard had been driven off, Nominor resurrected Enrikir and put Nominor's Folly back together, which was very convenient because they then got ambushed by the Imperial Guard.
Yes.
Who tried very desperately to assassinate Enrikir to stop them from resurrecting the Excavator. But they failed. They failed in their charge.
Now, unfortunately, my Lord of Contagion, a guileless cool Lord of Weeping Sores, attempted to prove to the witch the Fiend, that he was superior, and why you never trust a fucking sorcerer. Alas, bugs.
Yes.
And again, in like elite, look, at least my playcaster died to a Necron Overlord. He died to Hormagaunts.
It was
This
glorious.
is true.
It was so glorious.
Look, there is no more embarrassing way to die than actually Rippers.
No,
Rippers
there
would be
is.
more embarrassing.
Rippers would be more embarrassing. Yeah. So both my primary characters have battle scars.
Look, my Tomb Sentinel does have a battle scar at the moment, but it's not really that bad because I took the one from the Necron's book, so he's +1 attack while he's got that battle scar. Yes, his battle scar gives him an extra attack, which is
my
very funny to
playcaster
me.
has a movement of 4 at the moment.
Ooh.
Rough. But
It's like my gargoyles that can't benefit from synapse.
Yes,
It's
that
very
is very
annoying.
unfortunate.
look, at least the whole thing about your army isn't turned off for one of your models. Because Nominal's Folly at the moment does not benefit from living metal. Necron's whole thing about regenerating wounds and getting back up when they die, he can't do at the moment.
That is rough.
That hurts. That's unpleasant.
And I don't have enough requisition points to take the battle scar off him at this point because I had to spend 3 of them to bring Cthulhuoek the Excavator in.
Yes.
Actually, technically, I need to spend
Well,
5
you
to bring
probably
him in
shouldn't have.
because I needed to up my supply limit to fit him in. I then wanted to, give him a Warlord trait and a relic. And then it cost me 2 requisition points to make him a Pharaon. 2 of them.
Substantial.
So he's
what does that do
substantial cost.
again? That does a thing.
He can use my Will Be Done twice per command phase.
Ah, that's right.
Which means everything nearby him is going to be hitting you on 2s. Which is going to be very funny to me. So, Reese, we've heard how I went against Zach and how Zach went against you. How did you go against the Imperial Guard when they decided to intercept the beginning of your attempt to devour this world?
Yes, when the Tyranids first descended, we only attacked with, I think it was a Broodlord, 10 Gene Stealers, 10 Gargoyles, a Neural Throat, and 3 Spore Mines.
No Neurothrope, it was a Prime.
Oh, it's Prime, sorry.
Yes.
And
Neurothrope was
there's
big.
a lot of shots coming out of the guard, and with those exploding 6s, he was wiping out 90% of the squads I had.
Brutal.
But luckily, I was able to regen the Gargoyles, and I had an infestation node near the Gene Stealers, so I was able to regen them as well. So it was a closer game than it seemed, but it got him on attrition, just regenning. And then, yeah, the HQs cleaned that one up. But that was a close game, and the bugs were fed.
The supply recovery mission that we played first for both of the games, that was quite close.
They were very close. They were very
literally,
close.
from what I could see, glancing over at your game every now and then, it looked like it was literally that roll of the dice on turn 4 and turn 5 to remove the objective.
100%.
That's what called it for both games.
100%. Like, yeah. Like losing that middle objective, cool. That was an interesting twist. Then me losing my objective, nah.
Yeah, and it was 50-50 to who lost their objective turn 5. And at that point, it's just, if you lose your objective, there was no way you were getting across to take the other person's objective.
No way. I mean, I had a unit that wasn't too far, except the fucking Poxwalkers.
And there was a unit of warriors sitting on it in the way. Which, you would probably get through them, but not in less than 1 turn.
No.
Ultimately is the problem.
I was out of command points too, so I couldn't just murder you to death with re-rolling mortal wound attacks.
Oh, shame. Isn't it terrible when you can't just murder people to death with mortal wounds?
It is a shame.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, as it stands, there's a couple of battle scars floating around. Reese, did you end up with any battle scars?
Yeah, I got one on the Gargoyle squad in the first game.
And
then
which battle scar did they get?
They couldn't benefit from Friendly
any
auras,
auras.
Ooh, that's pretty harsh.
which Synapse is now, which was rough.
Leadership 5, baby!
And Zach took advantage of that with his bolters.
Oh, yes.
So you have to kill
And
one of
just
them
sprayed
before they
them.
have a decent chance of
Pretty
just
much.
legging
Yeah,
it.
with leadership 5.
Pretty much.
So
And obviously, I'm shooting them with bolters, Death Guard bolters, which obviously perma rapid fire. They
Yeah,
were
permo rapid fire, and they're plague weapons, aren't they?
No, but I
No?
can make them plague
You
weapons
can make
for a
them plague
command point.
weapons.
so they adjusted and hid, and then the Hormigaunt surged forward and went quite well, which I've been looking forward to. I've tried in a lot of our games, but it's the first time it's paid off. First time they've killed something, whole squad. And I think it was 2 squads.
I think I'm going to need to. Don't you start.
I am both looking forward to fighting the Nids because we were hoping to get 3 games in on the weekend, but we only got 2. So sometimes during this week, we're going to have to fit in another game.
Hopefully.
I am simultaneously looking forward to and dreading fighting the Nids.
I might achieve something against the Imperial Guard.
Look, I have
It's a lot of shots, man. A
I've-
lot of shots.
Look,
Yeah,
it is a lot
yeah.
of shots, but here's the thing. Chris is really bad at rolling 6s.
Which is unusual for him.
It's very unusual for him. He was getting like 30 shots in, and he'd be lucky to kill like 2 warriors. The only
not
reason he finished the warriors off turn 3 when he did, it took him 3 turns to kill off 10 warriors. The only reason it took him that long, and they would have gotten back up as well because there was a crypt tech nearby.
Of course.
They would have gotten back up next turn if even one had survived. And I failed the re-roll of the one too many failed reanimation. Which, now that the Warrior Squad nominal as Vanguard have leveled up, I gave them a battle honor that allows them, every time they roll reanimation protocols, I can change one result to a 6.
I hate it.
So because
hate
they're warriors, they're already re-rolling 1s,
Yep.
and then they're changing after they do their re-rolls, they're changing one result to a 6.
I don't know if you could do that.
Yes, that's what the rules say.
Is it?
Yes.
Does it just specify after or instead of a reroll? Because unless it does, you can't change a reroll.
It just says I could change 1 dice.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, considering that you can't change a reroll, then you can't change to a reroll.
Well, then fine, I'll pick one of the ones that wasn't a 1 and change that.
Yeah, just basically, I would treat it similar to the way the fate dice work for the knife is. Their fate dice work basically, you can use it instead of a reroll, but if you re-roll it, you can't use it for that.
I'm not fussed either way. Because
I'm fussed. I'm always fussed.
One of 2 scenarios will happen. Scenario A, I roll a bunch of 5s and 6s, and the rest are all 1s. In which case, I'll just change one of the 1s, and I'm guaranteed to get that pass. Then I'll re-roll the rest of them. Or
Amenable.
if there's some 2s, 3s, or 4s in there, I change one of those and then re-roll the 1s.
What if? Fuck you.
That's exactly what I thought he was going to say.
I'm
so that's
bringing
fun.
Terminators. I'm bringing Terminators.
Oh, and that's the other thing.
Looking forward to
Nominor the Never Resting also leveled up, and the battle honor he got is he gets to use Rites of Reanimation twice.
So you never get a die, Jono. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Look, that is
I'm
kind
the
of
one
what
that's never meant to die.
that is kind of what I'm
yet that's
heavily
all I
specking
do.
into. I am heavily specking into just not being easy to kill. That combined with, command protocols all the time and so much AP because I just take the Mephrit command protocol, have that active all the time, get both of them because it's the Mephrit one. And I'm getting AP -4 Gauss Reapers regularly.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
I
AP
mean,
-4 and AP -5.
it won't help me that
the
much
least you
against
could do
Wraith
is
because he doesn't have armor to start with.
Do you know
Yeah,
you
it doesn't
don't
matter.
technically have to do this, right? You don't have to do this.
I do.
No.
I feel a compulsive need to
unfortunately,
do this.
he is incapable of trying new things, and so
I'm
I would have. If I was him, I
I'm
would have
taking
used.
Lich Guard. I took Wraiths. I took a
Both of those
Canoptek
things
Tomb
are good
Sentinel.
units. Like, they're not, but they're good units. They're cool.
Yeah, but they're not my normal Mefrit shooty stuff.
No, but you only play Mefrit, and you're a coward.
That's because I understand how Mefrit works, and I don't feel the need to learn anything new ever.
You could have literally made an entire dynasty of your own.
I could have.
I'm coming for you too, Reese, with it's Kraken, but not. Fuck you.
It's a swimmer fleet, bro. What up?
I can't do custom things because
Look,
why would anyone want to do custom things?
I think Zach's just jealous because he can't choose to not do custom things.
Agreed.
I mean, yeah. Look, honestly, if I had those things,
you would also not use them. You would also choose to not use them.
I would also maybe not use them. I mean, like, it's the same with the custodians. Like, I don't have any fucking options there either.
It's almost like you picked armies that are really boring.
Yeah, well, I am very boring.
So Reese, did you pick any nasty things with your level up? Since Zach didn't get to level up, he just got battle scars.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you?
I did, yes. So.
I was gonna roll, but if we're choosing, it might get gross.
No. You roll. No, we roll. We roll unless it's.
It says roll or choose.
It says roll or choose, but rolling is way more fun.
Choosing is way more fun.
No, it's not. It's boring because then you just choose the best thing, and that's like fucking boring. I'm only going to choose with those particular missions that be like, hey, when you do this, you can give a motherfucker a battle honor. I'm only going to choose in those situations. But I have begun Guileless Cool's path to demonhood.
That sounds gross.
I rolled for him on the Chaos Boon.
I'm gonna laugh when he turns into a spawn.
He's 100% turning into a spawn. Like, he'll level up in the next game or something, and I'll roll on the chart again, and it'll be like, excellent, you rolled hardened skin again. You're a fucking spawn. But yes, essentially
does his power rating change when he turns into a spawn, or does he still have the same power rating?
No, he's a spawn. He's removed and is a spawn.
Okay, so he's just
still be called Guileless Cool.
Don't feel bad if that happens. It just means the Chaos Gods love him a lot.
Yeah, exactly. He'll still be Guileless Cool, the spawn. But he'll be a spawn. But yeah, no, he rolled on the Boons of Chaos table, and he rolled Hardened Body, so he is now toughness 6.
Gross. I think I'm going to need some more requisition points because I feel like I need to bring
toughness 6, 2+, 4+, 5+ because of his relic that I gave him as well, which also makes him strength 6, and he is -1 damage.
I hope he becomes a spawn.
He's going to become a spawn, baby. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable.
I feel like I need to get some more requisition points and fast to boost my supply limit because I need some destroyers.
Well, if you do that, that makes it there will be. I'm not going straight to the Plague Burst Crawler, but there will be Plague Burst Crawlers. I'm probably going to get my first vehicle will probably be a Blight Hauler.
Oh look! Before I realized just how many requisition points I was going to have to put into Kathotoek, I was considering throwing in an Annihilation Barge.
Why? It's so shit. It's so fucking poo.
Because it's funny.
Wait, which one's the Annihilation Barge?
It's the barge with the twin Tesla Destructor.
No, it is shit. It is a shit
it's
model.
Not good.
It's arguably even worse than the Doomsday Arc.
Oh look, it was either
which
that.
People love. Remember when people loved the Doomsday Arc and thought Locust Heavies were bad?
Locust Heavies were always better. The problem is they were just fragile, and you had to play them very carefully.
They're not that fragile.
They were pretty fragile back in the day when they couldn't benefit from rites of reanimation. Once they were dead, they were dead. And because they had 4 wounds and came in squads of 3, reanimation protocols is not going to do shit for you.
Correct.
Although, once I get regular Locust Destroyers, if I can level them up and get the thing that lets me change the reanimation protocols 1 roll into a 6, that could help a lot with them because they're only 3 wounds apiece.
Oh, wait, so you're putting the twin Tesla Destructor on the Annihilation Barge?
So yeah, the Annihilation Barge comes with a twin Tesla Destructor and a choice of either a Gauss cannon or a Tesla cannon.
You're going to put the Tesla cannon on, aren't you?
I was seriously considering putting the Tesla cannon on.
Because it's fun.
And then I would only ever actually no, I take it against both the guard and the NIDs, because Tesla weapons do decently against swarms with no armor.
I'm very upset. I just
especially in
read those
Mefrit.
2 words that I hate so much from the Necron Codex.
Which 2 words?
You know the ones.
Reanimation protocols.
No.
I don't know which ones you're talking about.
Quantum shielding.
Oh yes, it does have quantum shielding.
I fucking hate quantum shielding.
Oh look, just wait until my Overlord levels up. Do you want to know the first Crusade relic he's getting?
Conversion field?
Yes. Reese, do you want to know what it does?
I would.
Wait, no, that's not the one. No, why would you give him that? Because he already has a 4+ invuln.
No, I'd be giving him the one that gives him permo transhuman.
Oh yeah, that one. Fuck that.
Because that's funny to me.
Is that a core one?
It's a Necron one.
It's a Necron one. Yeah. So,
Actually, I
is
could have.
sorry, it's related to that. The Prime. Is he a monster or is he infantry?
Infantry.
Cool. So you can give him the conversion field, so he can have a 4+ invuln. And 6s.
Oh, what the frick is
6s
that?
give out mortal wounds.
Hmm.
In melee. That's spicy. Because like you killed me with all your attacks. Unfortunately, I rolled like 12 6s in here, so all these things are dead anyway.
It's the trans-dimensional shroud is what I'm looking at giving him once he levels up.
Nope, don't like it.
It's just boom, wound roll of 1 through 3 always fails.
Oh yeah. I should be a dick and give my Lord of Contagion. Oh no, I can't do that. I was going to give him the Blackstone Shard amulet to make him basically untargetable by psychic powers. But if he does become a demon prince, he can't do any psychic powers. And I'm not fucking Cornade, am I?
You could become Khorne.
Why would I do that? Why would I choose a shit god?
I thought
Khorne's the
Nurgle was
greatest of
literally.
them.
I'm pretty sure that Nurgle is
No.
literally the
Nurgle
shit
is
god.
the god of shit. But he himself is not a shit god. Khorne is probably the second best god. Tzeentch is obviously the worst.
Well, let's have a quick look
Look,
at
they're
what
all-
everyone's crusade points look like.
Let's be honest, they're all the gods of shit. Khorne's the god of killing shit. Tzeentch is the god of shit happens.
Slanesh is the god of fucking shit. And Nurgle is the god of shit. Of doing shit. Literally.
So Reese, looking at this, because Eugene Steele should have one as well, but it doesn't look like it's been entered into the sheet. You're currently sitting on a total across your crusade force of 7 crusade points.
7. The blessed number.
That seems right.
Chris has got 2. Zach has got 2. And I have got
8.
9. I've got
That's
9.
not-
Low CP.
Then something's missing because there is only 8 in your crusade sheet.
There's 9. There's 4 plus.
All right,
3
no,
plus
that's
1
right. I
plus
can't
1.
do maths.
Where did you learn
This
to do
children
maths?
is this children is why I am not a physicist. People would die. Actually, no, they wouldn't. If I was an engineer, people would definitely die.
People would definitely die. Although,
Yeah.
let's be fair, more people die due to engineering mistakes because one particular country insists on using a shit way of measuring things.
Yes. Like, sure that like miles and feet and stuff like that are still used in like the UK, but they use metric for everything else basically.
The number of things that needed to be remanufactured during the Apollo program because the scientists did all their maths in metric, and then the engineers and the like manufacturing plants all worked in Imperial, and there was conversion errors
Everywhere.
so dumb. It's like just use the best unit of measurement. metric.
This is simple.
Mhm.
1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000,
Want to convert
1 to
between
10,000.
Want to convert meters into kilometers? Divide by 1,000. Just drop 3 zeros off the end. It's super easy.
No, too hard, mate. Got to do. I'm not gonna start.
Multiply
Anyway,
by complicated fractions.
yes.
Fractions bad. Anyway, Zach and Chris are currently.
Sad.
You need more Crusade points, dude.
Yes, I'm trying. Unfortunately, I keep dying
Look, on the bright side,
and losing.
in the next game, either Zach or Chris will win a game.
This is true.
It is inevitable, unless
Unless you tie.
unless Look, it's going to be that assassination mission, so it's not impossible.
I thought we already. Oh, didn't you play Assassination?
No, we did. Your mum. Haha, got him.
Ah, hilarious.
We did sweep and clear
Ah, yes, that's what we've got.
because we didn't have enough objectives. Also, it turns out we did have enough objectives because I had my Tempest pack in the thing. It has objectives in it.
So you could.
So we could have both been playing the same mission.
Well, look, I think narratively speaking, Assassinate worked really well for me in Chris's game anyway.
I think so too. I don't know what would have worked well. I would like for us to do an Assassinate because it'd be like vengeance.
Yes, we look next round, Death Guard and Necrons. The Death Guard will be doing the attacker on an Assassinate to attempt vengeance.
I think that's a good idea, and similar to it would. I think it makes sense as well for the guard. Shoot the big ones.
Guard do like shooting the big ones. What's this? Chris is probably at James' workshop right now buying like a basilisk or something.
I really would prefer he didn't. What he should do is he should buy the Earthshaker cannon battery from Forge World. Because you don't need to move when you have 120 inches of range.
Which is why at some point I'm going to have to find a way to put a Gauss pylon in.
No. Because
yes.
Bad.
But funny. And my camera is flopping all over the place.
We could do like some sort of custom thing where it's like someone's trying to stop you turning on the big fucking gun. And you win by turning on the big fucking gun.
And then I get the big fucking gun for free for a game.
That game.
Oh, yes, for that game. That could be fun.
However, and then we could, you're right, a different game you could do that, but there'd be, we could come with something, there'd be certain situations, you can't just sit there and shoot it every fucking turn.
Look.
Because that would be, what does the fucking thing do?
We'll probably just end up using it as terrain, because that's about all it's good for, to be honest.
True. Look, you can't be shooting a strength 16 -3 D3 +6 blast weapon.
I mean, I could. I would be more than willing to do that.
I would prefer you didn't.
I know you would. But look, that's where we're at with the Crusade at the moment. And Zach is a sad, sad boy.
I'm always sad. Everyone knows that.
So let's jump into some news. And a particular codex came out over the weekend, but also did not come out at the same time because James' workshop is a dick. And someone is very happy to have Lord Solar printed on the front of it.
He is a very cool boy. He's a very cool boy.
He's a glorious golden boy.
No, he is not.
Ooh,
he's copper. Copper at best.
Copper at best. Savage.
Bronze, maybe. I will allow bronze. The only other fucking golden boy who is glorious is the fabulous fucking Hawk boy.
This is true.
Blessed is he, Sanguinius.
Look, both me and Reese have fought against the new guard so far. I think, from what I've seen so far, they're strong, but they're not stupid. They're not Squat's level of strong.
No. Obviously I haven't played them, but I have observed many things and read many things and listened to many things. There could be ways that they might become a bit much, but it's not blatantly obvious. Like, oh, we don't have an entire phase of it's turn 2, so now basically my entire army doesn't actually have to roll to wound you anymore.
So I'm curious, if you were to make the guard stupid, how would you do it?
Just reskin the squats as guard.
just proxy. It's like, surprise, these are actually squats. I mean, look, I don't have the book,
Zach,
and
they're actually Alfarius.
They are all we are all Alfarius.
This is a lie.
But in the end, isn't that the real truth? The answer is no.
The answer is maybe.
Are you related to that? Actually, it's just a slight diversion there. There is only one character. There's only one mod data sheet in the entire Heresy 2.0 Alpha Legion list. There's only one that actually has a like a loyalty keyword. So you either have loyalist or traitor keyword. Only one character has it because he's actively a traitor in the books. The rest don't have it at all.
Look, can we all just acknowledge that Reese is actually Alfarius?
Not bald enough.
That's exactly my point.
The bugs cannot.
But anyway,
yes,
what's your first impression of the Guard Codex?
Well, first off, considering I've been a Treadhead ever since 3rd edition, I'm loving it. The single greatest change, in my opinion, to the Guard Codex, turret weapon. So if you wanted to hit on 3+, it's great. If you wanted to hit on 3+, you needed to take a tank commander. And quite frankly, I hate hitting on 4+. 4+ is way too...
You can't hit on 4+.
Having used Cultist for the first time over the weekend, I agree.
That was funny.
Yeah, 4+ is the 4+ is the worst one to hit on.
Look, 4+ is not a ballistic.
What are we, a Tyranid?
4+ is not a ballistic skill.
4+ is I might as well just flip a whole lot of coins.
Yeah,
I prefer to hit on 3. I prefer to hit on 3+. And turret weapons let me do that. Now, instead of having to take a tank commander in order to hit on 3+, I can now hit on 3+ with my main weapon, which is great. Everything else can hit on 4+, but I don't care about everything else, especially since I might be running two multi-melters, so I've got insurance there. I've got a las cannon in the thing that can double up if I need anything. So I love Lehman Russes. I love Lehman Russes. You know what I love even more than Lehman Russes?
Here we go.
Lehman Russ Vanquishers.
I was about to say, the Vanquisher cannon! It's an anti-tank weapon at last, instead of a shit battle cannon.
It does flat 3+. Let me check this, actually.
Isn't it like D3+3 shots?
It's a railgun.
I believe
It's a railgun.
so, yeah.
It's a railgun.
Glorious.
It is a railgun. It ignores invulnerable saves, and it deals mortal wounds in addition to
it's a railgun.
Its normal damage.
It is
But
a
it's
power railgun.
not as good as the railgun.
Mitch, I expect you to take the turret weapon off of every one of your Lehman Russ and put an actual Tau railgun on them all.
There may be time for that, yeah.
So currently, in the old book, I say currently because technically the Codex isn't out. It's 72 inches, heavy 1, strength 8, -3, d6 damage, and you roll 2 dice, discarding the lowest when you... It's old Melter.
Sorry, say that last bit again.
You roll 2 dice when inflicting damage and discard the lowest. So it's almost like the old Melter rule with penetration and whatnot.
That's for the railgun, is it?
That's for the old Vanquisher battle cannon.
Oh, yep, gotcha.
So as a comparison,
might I also note, strength 14. So it's going to be wounding most things on a 2+. I have a guy in my play group who tabled me with Tau. So I'm going to wreck every single one of his toughness 7 battle suits.
Yes,
the Tau fucking deserve it.
They do. They are filthy fish. We do not care for the fish.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 3 Vanquishers in a single heavy weapon slot.
And he can't even try and lock him down by charging things because...
Mitch, I wholeheartedly support you in doing this. I'm going to take Anarchy the Traveler against you.
Noted. all I care about is at the moment getting revenge on the Knights player.
That should be doable with the new guns.
That should be
Mm.
very durable.
The Death Guard player. Sorry, Zach.
You're not going to kill us.
Yes, he will.
No way.
He's got.
He will.
He's wounding me on
guy-
3s. Fuck you.
I have an 8.5 edition codex and I killed you.
Yeah, but that's because I'm bad at the game.
This guy's got regenerating possessed. I don't like it. I'm going to shoot them with plasma until they are no
I
more.
don't like possessed. I don't. They move 7. That's too fast.
That is
That's
too
scary.
far.
That's too fast.
So, having said that, I'm also
6
loving.
inches is too fast.
I'm also loving what they've done with the Lehman Russ battle cannon. Obviously, strength AP. Oh, one thing I didn't mention about the Vanquisher. What's the AP on the Vanquisher?
6, 5.
-5. You
Yeah.
are not taking armor saves against that.
I will
You're not
take my
taking
invulnerable
war-
saves.
Hey,
I
I
will take
will
my demon saves
if I bring a
against
Land
that.
Raider. But why would I ever bring a Land Raider?
Look, Mitch.
So,
Actually,
gonna
I
have
will
fun
be
with
getting an armor save against that. I intend to bring Grey Knight Paladins with their -1+ save.
noted. That's
Because it's funny to me.
And you've got the Redeemer. The Redeemer will have an armor save. 6, but you'll have one.
It'll technically have an armor save. Although, actually, I'm pretty sure I can boost that up to a -1. Actually, no, it's not a psycho, so technically I can only get it to a 0+ save.
It also doesn't benefit from, I think, the Tide.
Yeah, that's why it's only a 0+ save.
Ah, right.
One thing I also like about the new Lehman Russ battle tanks is they have 13 wounds rather than 12.
13
because
is a bigger number.
And I had a Redempted Dreadnought that had 12 wounds and was taken out one shot. If it
Don't know what
had an
that's like
extra
at all,
wound.
Jono.
Look, stop bringing so many Plague Burst Crawlers, and I will stop bringing so many Locust Heavy Destroyers.
Imagine it's just size in 8.7 edition codex.
8.5.
It's not quite the 8. Yeah, but then they made yours good, and they made mine
Yeah,
okay.
look, they gave everyone core. Literally everyone.
We didn't even get they didn't even retroactively go, oh yeah, your tanks and stuff that aren't Death Guard Demon Engines get the same data sheets as them.
Which gives
No, we still got shit Land Raiders.
Look, giving
So
everyone
another-
core leads to some really funny things, because there are bits in this codex that are like, if you're a Cryptech, you can do this. If you're core, you can do this. It's like, cool, it's a Cryptech with core, it can do both now.
So the other great thing about the Guard Codex, which I'm very excited about,
Yes.
Captain back, baby. I love those models. I miss the old fusion ones. I'm glad they've come back in metal, and it's also going to double up as a kill team for me, which is awesome.
Yeah, cool. And that's because there's like a non-Kree kill team, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. I really want to play some kill team sometime. I would be a
Maybe
dick
one day.
and bring Custodes because like surprise, everything is 18 wounds.
And
Except
this
because
guy
you're bringing
who has
so
19.
few of them, and because
there'll
you're
be
bringing
4
so
of them.
few of them, you get like unlimited Overwatch.
It's just 4.
Isn't 4 just a 2,000 point list for them?
No, that's it is
Oh, sorry, no, that's 6 of them.
that's 6 is a 500 point list. Although again,
Isn't the Custodes Start Collecting box a 1,200 point list? Something like that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Start collecting. Do they have one of those in the Combat Patrol?
That must be it.
Let me remind myself what's in. I own it, but I don't have it because Cal won't paint it. Coward. He keeps complaining about
send him more
sisters.
You need to
He-
send
I'm-
him more
look,
sisters.
I'm thinking about it. I'm very much considering purchasing the Shadow Throne box from the Gap
Look,
because
I've
they've still
said
got
this
some.
many times before and tried to avoid
Which
saying
means
it
that
when
you'll get
Cal's-
some Gene Stealer cult, Cal. Chris, Grace, what the fuck?
Look, Zach, I've said this many times before, and I try to avoid saying it when Cal's not around. I'm pretty sure he's not watching right now. But please just send a box of Fire Warriors tucked away in the middle.
Oh, it would be so funny.
It would be so funny.
So the Combat Patrol box, it would probably be 20. It depends if you build the sisters, obviously. 20, 2 bikes would be 80. either 240 or 255 for the bikes, depending on how you kitted them out. It would be close to 1,000 points. It'd be like 700 or 800 points, I think.
Fair.
Maybe.
And then of course you got the Christmas box going out, which I'm pretty certain is going to net you a decent army.
Oh, dude, that is basically an army.
That is it's not basically an army, it is an army.
Like, I want that too.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to buy Banana Boys.
I mean,
Do
it the battle forces, where are they? Yeah. I'm also the elimination maniple is tempting. Yeah, so you've got 3 bikes, because more bikes are always good.
No, I
Trajan,
wish you'd had no more bikes ever.
3 custodian Alaris, and then 15 custodian guard. So
Yeah,
I'd have 30 bananas.
That's a 2,000 point list, easy.
I mean, yeah, half that's Trajan. Because
Yeah.
he's so overpowered, don't you know?
But then again, you can't actually take Trajan because he's on Terra.
I just got an idea.
Oh, this is dangerous. We're all doomed.
Yes.
We're now cancelled.
Oh, no, it's not a good idea. No, it is a good idea. Yes.
No, it's not a good idea.
Okay. Depending on how much this is, I might be purchasing this.
Look, just as long as you send some Fire Warriors along with it.
Maybe. But
It
basically
would be
my idea is
so
because I
funny.
want some Sagittarium, I obviously want to buy the Sagittarium kits to get him to fucking do that too. Which means I'll have regular helmets left over, which means I can have a use for Trajan. The new Trajan model, the second Trajan model, is I can have helmet Trajan, no helmet Trajan.
No helmet Trajan only has a 3+ armor save though.
That's fine. He's got a 4-up invuln save. I don't fucking care.
Fair. Fun.
But yeah, no, the Guard Codex is I like it. What I like
I think
about
it's
it,
good.
my favorite thing about it is the change to the regimental doctrines.
It's not as good as it could be. 3rd edition had, or 3.5 really, had the best regimental doctrine.
Which one would that have been? That would have been that wasn't the Katakan one, was it? That was
No,
a
the one
leftover
after.
from that was a leftover from 2nd edition in a way, wasn't it? The Katakan supplement.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3.5 basically it carried on to 4th edition, and it had the greatest regimental doctrine system. You could outfit your entire army with a 4+ save, carapace armor, camo cloaks. Oh, it's
and that was
beautiful.
back in the day when a 4+ save actually meant something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yeah. Everyone's got a fucking 2+ save with -1 damage and ignores fucking whatever.
Yeah, but that's because there's so much. That's because Necrons have their basic guns having -4 AP half the time.
What I think that I like about it is the way you can you don't have to sort of you can still build into a certain kind of army, but if you're just a dude that loves fucking guard and it's just like, I want 400 guardsmen and then like 20 Lehman Russes and then a bunch of super heavies, but I also want a massive artillery section. It's like you can literally go, okay, well this game you're fighting some of my infantry companies. In this game, you're fighting my armored division. And this game is the siege section. And you can kit them out with the different rules like that.
Disgusting.
I think that's good. Yeah, that's
kind of the approach I'm going to take already. I'm going to show them off on stream because I love this. So I'm already working on my field ordnance batteries. If it's not in a gun pit, you're not making the field ordnance battery right.
It's true.
How are you supposed to? Where's the cover? How is it supposed to?
Look, it gets permo light cover from having that on its base.
I would allow that.
Already been experimenting with the color scheme, and I realized that I turned them into World War I Germans accidentally.
Look, this is
just need to get a Stahlhelm.
It's the World War II Germans you're not allowed to turn them into if you want to go to tournaments.
Yes, but that's because you're basically saying, I'm not a fascist, I swear.
Well,
I just really like the SS for some reason.
Well, I was going to put a Sonnenrad on the banner, but I'm glad you talked me out of it.
Maybe I shouldn't use that thing that Himmler invented.
Maybe not.
Fuck Nazis.
Yes,
All I can
absolutely.
say is that I really like Hellhounds.
Hellhound,
as-
yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed shooting Chris's guys with his own Hellhound.
Having said that, the worst part of the Guard Codex is that you can only take one in a squadron now.
Yeah, there's
It's
no longer
fine.
swarm. That's probably for the best, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I don't need fucking 9 Hellhounds with 9 Basilisks backing them up, running at me with chem munitions or melter cannons or what, hitting on 3s.
See, Zach, that's where you just play the mission.
I can't play the mission if I'm dead. There's the Tyranid approach of, well, I don't need to win if I've killed you.
This is true.
Have you considered mind bullets everywhere?
Look, Mitch, on the bright side, because the Codex is not Squat's level of power, you probably will actually have a book that is relevant for more than 30 seconds.
Yes.
Well, we
it's
certainly
true.
hope so. I really want one. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'm now high on hopium right now,
Oh, God.
and I am hoping that they are going to bring out an Army of Renown, which is an Imperial Guard armored company, and in the armored
Oh,
company,
God.
they're going to take away a whole of the infantry options, or turn them into support of some kind in exchange for me getting Hellhound and Basilisk squadrons.
Nah, it's never gonna happen.
Not going to happen. Look,
It's not
only
gonna happen.
Necrons get Army of Renown.
You have 3 for some fucking reason.
No, 2. And they
No,
came
you
out
have
one.
3.
Wait, what? What's the third one?
I'm pretty sure there's already an Army of Renown, isn't there?
There's the Annihilation Legion and the Cult of the Cryptek.
Oh, wait, have you not had an Army of Renown for this whole time?
Yes. It wasn't until October Necrons got an Army of Renown, and then they got one in October and one in November.
Tyranids got an Army of Renown, and then they went,
No,
that's a bit much.
Mm,
It was more than
was.
a bit much. It was fucked.
there were even double ups of a heap of strats, so you could shoot both of them.
Look,
Yep, it's
no,
gross.
you didn't lose the Army of Renown. They just writ it into the Codex.
Yep, that's what they did. Thanks, James, you lovely boy.
But look. Moving along, let's kick into over under because we have 11 minutes left. Oh,
Before we do that,
you got
final
1
thoughts?
minute. 1 minute.
Yep. So a lot of people are annoyed that conscripts and veterans are now left. I would actually like to fluff that out as something different. So we now actually have differentiated Catacan, Cadian, and Krieg squads.
Yes.
I would actually suggest that those are the veterans. Run your normal infantry squads as normal, and you actually run the things that they get, like the actual Krieg, Cadian, Catacan, as veterans. Alternately, you run those as the normal squads, and you roll infantry squads as conscripts.
That's
But also, can I just say, screw the design philosophy that says that you can only take what's in the kits they make. I hate that.
I get it, but I understand from a hobby perspective it's frustrating. But like at the same time, it's like I think this is definitely a topic for another week, so I'm not going to get into it. But ultimately, I think that especially with their focus on competitive, it makes sense because not everyone has the billions of dollars to go and outfit their Blight Lord Terminator squads with combi melters, all 30 of them. You know, it's like because who the fuck wants to do that?
And I get where they're coming from with that, but I just don't like it. I like being able to make my dudes my dudes.
Yeah, I agree. I have mixed feelings about it because I also don't like people spamming stuff.
Or just gives more options on the sprues.
Yeah, just give more weapons options. That'd be a good idea. Anyway, over under. So, Mitch, you have picked an overpowered guard unit and an underpowered guard unit, in your opinion. I've got the squats coin right here. You're just gonna have to believe me, because Google is being a little bitch right now and he is deleting it. So I'm gonna flip it, and if it comes up
He's
squats,
squatting it, if you will.
and yeah, you know the drill. Comes up squats, overpowered. We ran it in. Comes up Warhammer, underpowered, and we buff it. And feel free to read into that whatever you like. It is squats.
Ah, damn it! There goes my Lehman Russ Vanquisher.
So I'm assuming that means the Lehman Russ Vanquisher was the unit you think is overpowered.
I think it's terribly overpowered, but
So
in the best possible way.
I don't have the book in front of me, and our viewers probably don't have the book in front of them. Let's run us through the stat line, Mitch.
Okay, so the stat line for the Lehman Russ Vanquisher, as we discussed earlier, is a strength 7. Damage, so hitting on 3s because turret weapon. Heavy 1, which is its only weakness. Strength 14. AP -5. Damage D3 +6. Beautiful.
That's a lot. What's its movement like? It'd be like 10 or 12, wouldn't
it? 10 inches at full health.
10 inches movement.
Which is going to be difficult to get it down with a 2+ save, toughness 8, and 13 wounds.
No invuln save though, is it?
That
No,
is
but that's given. That's
correct.
something you can give it. Probably, I'm pretty sure.
How many points?
And how much? Yeah, how? As I say, how much?
How much is
that?
How many points is it? The Lehman Russ battle tank is points. 150 points per model.
That's better than it currently is, which is 130. Is the gun still free?
The gun is free.
I think most of the weapons are free on the actual turret weapons.
Look here,
Yeah, the turret weapons are all
I know
free.
how to fix it straight off the bat. Make the Doomsday Arc 100 points cheaper.
The Doomsday Arc is still shit. It just means that you have spent a lot less money on your piece of shit that will do nothing. Not money, points. Yeah, 60 points, it's still doing nothing.
Means I could almost take 3 of them for the cost of a Lehman Russ, and that actually seems about fair given that D6 shots is completely janked.
However, you'll still only be wounding you on 4s.
This is true. Quantum shielding is the best thing the Necron's ever invented.
It is the worst thing that's ever existed.
Reese.
It's a possibly. It could be. I mean, look. You can still take them in squadrons, can't you? But I think the squadrons are small. They're 1 to 2 now, or not 1 to 3.
Yeah,
no, 1 to 3.
That's the 1 to 3. Fuck. Okay. Well, there's 450 points for delete button. Great. Hooray.
I'm going to enjoy this before the inevitable nerf or power
I
creep.
don't think it needs a drastic nerf.
Look, it might not actually get nerfed. It depends on what their tournament stats end up being like as a whole.
And I think they'll do well, but most people don't spam Lehman Russes. That's the thing.
Yet.
Yeah, yet. Most people didn't spam Maliceptors.
Until they did, and then they got hit
Until
with the
they
nerf
did.
hammer.
Most people didn't spam bikes in Custodes lists, but then they did, and then for some reason GW nerfed everything except the bikes, so they continued spamming bikes.
Look, as far as to fix that, I think the only real, because there's no like stupid broken combos where they can miss and then still wipe out an entire squad.
No, there's nothing. There's no, and they're not running out into the middle of a battlefield like 22 inches and with no consequence, and then shooting everything to death.
Yeah, and they're not unkillable. I mean,
they're not unkillable. They're tough, but they're not unkillable.
It was toughness 7, wasn't it, or toughness 8? Toughness 8.
Toughness 8.
But that means most, like a last cannon, will still wound them on 3s.
Yeah, most of your heavy anti-tank
most heavy anti-tank weapons are still going to hurt them. They don't have any armor of contempt. I don't believe there's any way to give them any sort of rule like that.
You haven't found a way to give them an invuln save?
And
I
they've
don't
also
think
and they
there
have
is a way,
also
actually.
lost obsec and spearhead battalions.
Yes, that was a thing. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Okay, so no
there
obsec.
is. You can give them an order to make
Yes,
them obsec,
but then you have to use the order there and not doing something
Elsewhere,
else.
yeah.
correct. And orders.
means-
That's a good change as well. Like orders being command phase, so they're not necessarily something you have to gamble. And so like this is the plan I have.
Agreed.
Which I like.
And look, it'll be interesting to see how it all goes.
Mm.
I'm certainly going to have to run some infantry as soon as the Kazakhstan squad kit comes out by itself. I'm going to be running. I'm going to be running Kazakhstan in Chimeras.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
that's
be
gonna
fun.
hurt. You're gonna
The
do the
only-
regiment. You're gonna do the mechanized infantry one, aren't you? So they get out and shoot.
Yes.
That'll be fun. But back on the Lehman Russ
I can't do
Vanquisher.
anything else, but they can shoot.
Back on the Lehman Russ Vanquisher, as far as, you know, making it not overpowered, since Mitch decided it was overpowered.
He's not gonna pick a Baneblade.
I think the Bane Blades are somewhat offset by the cost and the fact that you need to spend a command point in order to bring one.
And they actually have a purpose now.
Here's how we fix
the shit.
Here's how we fix the Lehman Russ Vanquisher. Make it a Lord of War.
No. I think the only thing I would say
Just a slight points bump.
maybe, or make that the one not free weapon.
Yeah, make that the not free weapon.
Yeah, give it another extra 10 points or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
So yeah, put a point bump.
Nothing massive, but so that if you are taking it, you are giving up something else. Because if you take 3, that's that's like half an infantry squad. So that's gonna.
But make no mistake, I will take 3.
Oh, of course.
There's no if to it. He's going to do it.
I didn't mean Mitch specifically. I meant the nebulous you.
No,
I'm going to take 3.
Making that particular weapon cost 10 points. That seems fair. It gives a slight. It pulls that one back into line with the rest of them to give internal balance in the data sheet, and without hurting the rest of it. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely not one of those books where you're like. It's not like the Scots or the Nids or the Elves.
Not even.
Specifically, I think Dark Eldar more than anything else. Where there's nothing straight up obvious as like that's horrifying. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. And then it's like, hey, this is one of the best anti-tanks in the game. Here it is for free on your dedicated transport that costs like 80 points.
Oh, Deldar, they're my favorite bondage boys.
Yes,
look,
they are
Dark
very bondagey.
Eldar are the only good guys in this game.
No, what?
And we're going to finish on that, and I'm not going to tell you why. So you'll have to tune in next week. It's called a cliffhanger. Deal with it.